Let's go. Hey y'all, it's Necey Dixon. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are about to review season 4, episode 9, Lowkey Trying. I have two of my best friends with me. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
You go first. Hi, everybody. I'm JMac. Y'all can follow me on Twitter at OGJMaco_. And y'all can, if y'all into video games, y'all can follow me on Twitch at OGJMaco_games. And I stream every other Friday. So if you guys aren't doing anything, y'all can pull up and we can have some good times with my drunken banter and some above average gameplay.
Okay.
I'm Deja. You can follow me at Deja Riley on Instagram. It's D as in dog, A as in apple, I as in igloo, S as in Samantha, A as in apple, H as in Hannah, Riley. It's going to be in the...
I put it somewhere over here.
Description box below. Also, I have a lifestyle wellness platform for Black women called Hustle and Soul, so you can follow me there at hustle.soul on Instagram. Subscribe for some text, spice up your inbox, all the things.
All right. Y'all, I invited these two because Deja is just so smart and so classy. And JMac, he low-key be in the writing room because he be talking about stuff before the episodes even drop. You already telling me what's going on. So these two were the best to have this conversation with. And we might even do another live because next episode is going to be the finale. And y'all, we don't know. So,
I can't believe it's already here.
You said what?
I can't believe the finale is already here.
Ugh, I know.
We got 2 episodes.
Right.
You only got one more episode.
No, like we got 2 more extra episodes added to the season, and it's still
right. It's still going by fast, and like every episode has been good. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah, they really have been good. It's been like good character arcs, straight to the point, no extra fluff. Everybody's growing. Everybody's kind of growing
No,
or
that's true.
growing, kind of.
I feel like they're all collectively like entering the grown and sexy club.
You're right. They are. They are.
Messy, but grown and sexy for sure.
Yep. So, you guys, just a reminder of what happened this episode. We get confirmation that Issa and Lawrence are back together. Nathan and Lawrence meet up again. Nathan is basically like, fuck that nigga Lawrence. Molly and Issa have a run-in, and then we find out that Molly is still feeling some type of way, even though she is dead wrong about some shit that she did. So we are going to walk through the episode, get y'all's opinions on the questions. We're going to get the questions answered right here instead of me asking y'all at the end of the video, and then trying to see if y'all comment or not. So let's go. So the episode starts off. Issa and Lawrence are just laying up. They're having sex on the couch, sex against the wall, sex in the air, sex on the ground. They both got their MacBooks. They look like they in quarantine together, basically. So how do y'all feel? What do y'all think? Didn't they look like they were in quarantine?
They did. They really did. They looked like they was working from home, but they was also having sex everywhere.
Yeah.
Like on their lunch.
And when I saw it, I was like, okay, this is fake. I was like, this is just like that, future scene that we seen back in season 1. You remember?
Yes, I thought it was a dream. Like, I thought it was going to be one of the moments where she snapped out of it and she, like, at the coffee shop or something by herself.
Yep, I was really waiting for it.
I didn't think it was real because, okay.
It was too perfect. I thought it was too perfect.
It was too perfect. And last episode, the way they ended it, I feel like their date that they had was, like, both of them coming together and getting closure. But Issa's the only one who left with closure, and Lawrence left with all these revived feelings. But when she was walking home, I'm like, okay, she's good on Lawrence. Like, she's about to go back to Nathan. And like, this episode, they knocking boots on the couch they got together.
That's why I thought that this was Lawrence's dream. So I was like, okay, they gonna flip it. Like, this is Lawrence's dream of what his, utopia would be. But no, it was reality. I was like, what?
I will say, I was smiling the whole time. I was just cheesing.
Me too.
I loved it.
I do, but part of me just really wants Issa with nobody. Like, honestly, I don't think that Issa is mature enough to be with somebody who has bipolar issues. She was with or issues, illnesses. I don't know what's the PC way to say it, but yeah, even whenever she was with Lawrence was going through a whole depression. She couldn't detect it. And then, that kind of just led to the demise of their relationship. I mean, I guess it could work out if Nathan had a lines of communication or ways to handle that and they worked on it together, but I just don't see that happening.
I mean, I do like them together, and I feel like they have good natural chemistry. And I mean, from what I've seen so far, I feel like he's managing that himself well, like when it comes to their friendship or them dating or whatever they were doing. But I feel like, I don't know, I feel like that would just if they were taking things to the next level, it would just add an extra layer of like drama, or like it would just be a thought at all times for Issa. I don't think that would be anything that she's like, okay, I can be with this person long term because I got my own stuff and I can't take on his stuff too, type of thing.
Right. But
I will say, I'm enjoying seeing Issa and Lawrence together, but I think they did that just for us, as like,
yeah.
We wanted to see that happen and what it would be like for them. Like, okay, if Lawrence was in his ideal state in his career and Issa was in her ideal state and like finding herself in her career, they would have worked out. Like, that was what everybody thought. And so they showed us it, and it's cute, but I don't think they're right for each other. It's just nice to see.
Mm-hmm. I think you're right that they're not right for each other, but I think that's what makes them good for each other, because they shouldn't be together, but they do work.
I'm gonna go against the grain here.
Do you still F-boy? Let's start there.
We'll start where?
Let's start there. Do you still think he's an F-boy?
Okay, so somebody came through on my last video and they reminded me that Lawrence is basically a result of what has happened. So pre the cheating, Lawrence wasn't a fuckboy before. Lawrence is a fuckboy, and let me clarify, because every time I say Lawrence is a fuckboy, somebody always gotta come correct me. Lawrence is presently a fuckboy. The reason I say that is because he is too afraid to hurt people's feelings, and then he ends up not really communicating the way he should. It's just weird. He's like a people pleaser. So for example, Tasha, the bank teller, you knew good and well you was not about to be going to a family cookout with that girl and y'all was only together for 2 or 3 weeks. It was a rebound for you. So yeah, you were a fuckboy by not telling her how you really felt. Because Tasha was I like Tasha. Wasn't nothing really wrong with her. And people think that we just be bagging on Condola. Congratulations. They think we just be bagging on congratulations for no reason.
You don't like her. You do not.
I mean, I like Condola, but she's just like in the way, and that's just how she's in the way. That's how I feel. And
yeah, because it's like she's getting the healthy Lawrence that we want Issa to have, and it's like we all rooting for Issa. Like, there's nothing wrong with Condola, but we are team Issa. So,
but nobody felt that way about Tasha. Nobody was hating on Tasha like that.
But like, Tasha was just super temporary. It was like, okay.
Lawrence was like not Lawrence in season 4. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, Lawrence in season 4, like, I can get with Lawrence in season 4. Lawrence in season 1, 2,
So we didn't really care who he was with.
Yeah, no. But I want more for him because he wants more for himself now.
Yeah. Oh, so I would say I think that Issa and Lawrence are actually perfect for each other. They complement. They're perfect for each other. Like, the only thing that was preventing them from being together before was basically a circumstance that led to miscommunication, blah, blah, blah. So now that they have that out the way, what I think they're going to do is basically show us that they're perfect for each other, but it's going to be something like life that prevents them from getting together, or something that has to do with like growth. So I do think Lawrence is going to get the job in San Fran. He going to ask Issa to come. And then while Issa's been developing herself as a cultural curator, she's going to have to decide, like, did I come this far to go be with the love of my life somewhere else and start over, or should I stay here where my heart and my career is in LA? So that's what's going to happen. I really feel like Issa's going to end up choosing her at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with that. I can see that happening. I guess my question at all with that is, okay, so Condola kept calling for a reason. And I thought we were going to find out what that reason was this episode.
Let's talk conspiracy.
I feel like they didn't just leave that there and skip over it to like never address it. So what do y'all think Condola's role is?
I still, in my heart of hearts, I think she's pregnant. I feel like if they don't address it this season, the first episode next season, she's gonna be pregnant. I really feel like this girl is pregnant because they brushed over it way too quickly.
Yeah.
Lauren said, so did y'all talk? And he was like, I got it handled. And I was like, what does that even mean?
Yep. He was like, yeah, we talked. We're basically done. I'm like, okay.
And then like they never said anything else about it. Issa said, okay, and then they had sex, and then it was like,
Lowkey made me mad because I wanted to explore. I didn't want that to be the whole basis of the episode, but I at least wanted to explore while she was.
I really thought it was going to be like the first half of the episode. I thought it was going to address that,
yeah.
But
and didn't Condola say she didn't want kids with her ex-husband? Didn't she say that, or did I make that up?
Girl, I don't know. I don't remember that.
I thought she said that part of the reason why her and her husband were divorced was because she didn't want kids.
Is it because she didn't want kids with him, or because people, they do be flipping the script saying, I don't want kids with you, but then they'll turn around and have kids with somebody else?
I don't know.
I don't remember.
I guess we gonna see. So
okay. So can I ask a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So I don't remember who I saw address it on the internet, somewhere on the internet. Maybe it was the read, but basically they were saying that Molly is more willing to like do the work on herself to make like her romantic relationships work, rather like she would put more effort into trying to like have a man then fix her relationship and like try to build her relationship with Issa. And the therapist caught my attention when she was kind of outlining like how Molly is so quick to like put up walls of people, but that whole list she named were like guys she was romantically involved with or her dad. And she was like saying, mirroring that or like drawing a parallel between how she is with men and how she's being with Issa and how she's like not giving people like room for growth or whatever in that whole therapy scene. So I guess I'm just wondering y'all's opinion on the idea that like Molly's like just not even really trying with Issa still at this point, even after her own boyfriend has pointed it out. And another thing, I was listening to this podcast, which I didn't call it out the first time or think to say it, but they were saying like Molly was so mad at Issa for going behind her back to have Andrew help, but she did not keep that same energy with Andrew, who like actually helped. So I think that just like further underlines how like Molly, just all of her rage with like men, I don't know, I feel like Issa's getting the burn of it now.
Yeah, you're right. I think that's true. But see, I think I told Janice and Jared last night that Molly got some daddy issues that she needs to work out with. That she got some daddy issues, and that she got some daddy issues because when Miss Ma'am, the counselor Miss Ma'am, she was talking, then I was like, girl, you need to resolve your issues. You need a resolution. You don't need to just end things how they are, but you need a resolution so you can move forward. And I think I told Janice and Jared this last week. I was like, I don't think Molly and Issa are going to reach a resolution. I think it's just going to be a conclusion, which that's what happened. Because do I think that Molly's trying? No, that girl did the bare minimum. She showed up and she showed face. And then they had like a very awkward beginning, a very awkward hug. It was just awkward the whole time at the brunch.
I think that, okay, Herc. I think that Molly I don't think it's like a man issue. I think Molly avoids dealing with internal reflection by holding other people accountable for things. And I think she's upset that Issa is the first person to basically stronghold that mirror to her face. So earlier in the season, we noticed like Issa keeps saying stuff to Molly that's actually factual. Molly don't know how to maintain a relationship, whether it be with a man or even Issa. So I think she is upset that Issa's holding her accountable. Just like she went and cut that therapist off, she cut the therapist off because she didn't want nobody to hold her feet over fire. And that's why she's really having a hard time with Issa, because she finds it easier to make the issues about the people around her rather than actually listening what they're saying and having to do the internal work. So I don't think I don't know, Molly.
That's facts. Could you see her do that with all the exes, her dad, what's his name, Torian, her coworker?
Oh.
Like, she does that a lot. So that's real.
Mm-hmm. And like her whole daddy thing, I don't know why this part frustrates me so bad, because from what we do know is that Molly and her parents have like an amazing relationship. So it's not like you grew up thinking your daddy was trifling as hell. You decided to make it an issue once you found out after the fact. Like, I just don't get it. I think she's upset. So like we were saying, Molly has a hard time forgiving people. I think she's upset that her mom forgave her dad. Not necessarily that her dad cheated. I think she's upset because that's something that she would never see herself doing, which is forgiving somebody. And I'm like,
I think her frustrations come from a lot of times people making decisions that she wouldn't make for herself, like without realizing we're different experiences. And like, you might feel like you're right, but there's not only one way, which is why I love when her therapist is like, okay, do you want to be right or do you want to be in a relationship? You sacrifice a bunch of relationships to feel like you're right.
Yep, her therapist was on some Iyanla Van Zant type shit.
Girl, hug, like that was.
And you know her therapist was gonna go hard because she had a buzz cut. I ain't trusting no therapist in here. Like, if I'm going to go see a black therapist, she better not have no more than 1 inch of hair, because I need her to tell me the truth. And I feel like
we need auntie therapists.
Yeah, auntie therapists. For real. That's why, who is that therapist on? Damn, what show is it? She be a therapist on all the shit. She's the therapist on Love and Hip Hop. She had the session with Sherry, Dr. Sherry.
Yes.
Y'all remember her, Dr. Sherry? Based on her reality TV history, you can't whatever. You can't be my therapist. She had Stevie, Jocelyn, and Mimi on there, and then she was recently Portia and
that therapist.
What are you talking about?
That therapist. I remember that therapist.
I think she got more than an inch of hair, don't she? No, she might have a short haircut too. I don't know. Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's move.
Molly, wait. On topic of Molly.
Yeah.
And everything we're just saying, how do y'all feel about how Andrew handles her?
Yes. I think he does a fairly decent job at handling her, because I think like but then again, Molly's gonna do what she want to do because she thinks she knows everything. But I think he does a pretty decent job at telling her, hey, you're wrong. You need to meet people halfway, because if she's putting forth the effort, you need to like reciprocate that same energy.
Right.
And even like the whole thing with like, they went to like a baseball game, like it was Andrew and his brother, and she was like, I don't want to go.
Oh yeah, the basketball game.
Yeah, the basketball game. And she was like, I don't want to go. And then he was like, why not? Then he was like, because, and she was like, it'll make me uncomfortable. And Andrew, he was like, well, that's my brother. You're gonna have to see him eventually. And she was like, just tell him I'm tired. And I was like, okay.
So y'all, what is Andrew hiding? I think that Andrew is like a super nice person. I like the way that he delivers things to Molly, but I think they're polar opposites, where Molly likes to hold people to the fire for things that they done or ways that they wronged her, but Andrew finds it convenient to not really tackle the subject. So one thing that I've noticed for, I think, the past 2 or 3 episodes, every time Molly walks into the house, he goes from speaking one language to speaking English. And then even when they were on that trip in Mexico, his sister-in-law started talking about his sister. And y'all, we didn't even know he had a sister, basically, because he doesn't like to talk about her. I think he mentioned it that day whenever Molly made that salty-ass gumbo. And she was like, well, tell me about you. Yeah, do you remember? She was like, well, tell me about you. And he was like, I have a sister, but I don't like to talk about her. So I think he finds it easier to like guide Molly through things because then he doesn't have to focus on the things that he doesn't want to talk about. So it's like,
therapist.
You said what?
A whole therapist.
I'll be digging into these episodes, y'all. I mean, I don't know what I'm gonna do once this ends, but what is Andrew hiding? That's what I want to know. And then the other thing that I would like to know is there ever going to be a point where Andrew is going to get tired of packing Molly's bags? Because eventually Andrew is going to be the only person in Molly's corner, and he going to say, hey, you're going to have to fix your stuff on your own. So I'm waiting for Molly to hit rock damn bottom.
I think if Andrew is hiding something and Molly finds out, she's gonna blow up. She's gonna blow up, and she's gonna and then she's gonna have nobody. And then I don't want this to happen, but she might call Issa. But
you said she might
if that happens, she might call Issa. If like she doesn't have anybody, she just might fuck around and just call Issa.
Yeah.
If like she finds out that Andrew is actually hiding something. What I think Andrew is hiding, he might be like illegal. I don't know. He might be like illegal. I don't know. Because like he got off the phone, or he might be like selling drugs. He might be selling drugs, or something. I don't know. He could be like that because like he got off the phone like super quick. So, he got off the phone super quick. Then he was like, "Oh, hey, what's up?" So I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, that would be a good way for Insecure to tackle the whole DACA immigrant green card. So
that's what I was thinking, because I was like, that could be like an interesting storyline. It could be a current event. That's what I was thinking, but
he was thinking outside the damn box.
Oh my gosh. Speaking outside the box, the craziest theory that I've heard when it comes to Insecure is that Andrew's sister is LaToya. Now that's thinking outside the box.
That is outside the box, for real. I wanted to talk conspiracy theories. We will talk conspiracy theories in a second. Hold on. Let's get to, we probably got like 2 more points for this episode, and then I really want to get down to the bullshit. So, what happened? Oh, okay. We didn't talk about Issa and Molly meeting up.
For brunch?
Yeah.
I'm disappointed with how it went, because I just think they both grown and like they are both very aware of what the issues are, but I'm not surprised at all. Like, we've seen their pattern with each other. Like, I don't think that they've been going this whole season avoiding each other, avoiding having this conversation. The blow up was one thing, but it was just about one thing. It was like the straw that broke the camel's back. It wasn't like the root issue, what's been going on with them. So I don't know why we as fans would expect them to act any differently when they finally did get together. But I think it was kind of a waste of their time. But you also got to see their personalities, like, and what they say about the other person being true, like Issa always being the first one to reach out. Like, even though she got back in her car after she saw Molly at the restaurant, I still knew that when they come together, it was gonna be because Issa reached out. Like,
yeah, because she needed something. But this time she thought about it like, okay, well, let me not get what I need from her first. Let me address this and try to be cool. And then once we cool, I'll tell her about the shit that's been going on.
Yeah. And I think too, it just showed like in their relationship, just like they just operating off of like assumptions of each other and assumptions of the old version of themselves. Like, even when everything blew up and Molly was like, we didn't even talk about nothing when we met up, Issa was like, because I didn't think you wanted to. And Issa, you know, she's thinking like the best way to go about it is to like test the waters, kind of be warm with each other, and then dive into the deep stuff, where Molly's like hurt and she wants to dive all the way in. And so she's thinking Issa's like being avoidant or irresponsible with their relationship or whatever. And like, I have to give Molly a pass there, because Molly did keep trying to have the conversation. Issa kept putting it off. So it's like, I was mad at Molly about that.
Yeah. But Molly almost put her hands on Issa at her whole event.
I will never forget that.
No, it's unforgivable. So it's like, Lowkey, Molly should have made the first move. But
She should have.
even if she didn't, I thought, like, okay, since Molly messed up so bad, then obviously she's going to be the one to bring up the conversation, even though Issa, extends the olive branch first. But Molly doesn't surprise us. She shows her ass once again in another episode.
Because she's like, the whole thing about her always wanting to be right. Like, I feel like she saw her, if she were to reach out first, even if it was just to express her anger and like yell at Issa again, even then, like, I feel like her being a person to like initiate them talking, in her mind it translates as I'm guilty or at fault in some way.
Yes.
Oh, no, y'all need to come to me and make things right with me because I'm the queen of the world. Like, same way she did with her daddy. Like, it's just a pattern.
Y'all, one thing I noticed at the table whenever they things changed, because whenever the waitress came, Molly was like, "Oh, I got it." Issa was like, "No, I got it." Did y'all notice Molly was like, "Oh, you got it"? Did y'all notice she did that? She was,
I thought she was expecting for that card to decline.
Yes, and that's what I thought too. I was like, okay, Issa said she got it. Hold up, they gonna be washing dishes, but no.
Issa had it. And Molly, Issa had it.
So that's how you know that things have changed. Okay, so let's talk about Issa meeting up with Nathan and telling Nathan about Lawrence, and Nathan updating us on his mental health and why he went ghost.
I think it was cool. I think Issa was awkward the whole entire time because she didn't want that to happen. Like, I was like, some parts of Issa has not changed. She's still very awkward. She still tries to think of the right things to I'ma say, but the my nigga thing was so on character. So it was so on character. And like, she was trying her hardest not to let anything happen. And then Nathan, he was like, "So what are y'all? What are you and Lawrence?" And she was like, "I don't know, but I like it." Then I was like, "What are y'all then if you like it, Issa?" Because they never exclusively said we're back on. It's just like it's weird. Their relationship right now is weird.
I feel like they're testing the waters to see what's gonna happen with the job in San Francisco. Like, I feel like Lawrence is like not wanting to, like, he would want it to be more, but he also knows that he might be getting ready to up and leave. And so is it going to be too much to kind of like fall deep and commit to each other? So I think that's like part of why they're like in limbo.
Yeah.
But I think her and Nathan, they can be good friends because Nathan wants her in his life, like 100%. So do I think they should have, in case things go south with Lawrence, do I think they should be in a relationship? No, because I can see that blowing up very bad because of his bipolarness. And just like how Janice said, I don't think Issa's like mature enough to handle like that.
Hey, you can't call me Janice on here.
Oh,
I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
Okay. Just like how Necey Dixon said, like how she said, like, she's not mature enough to handle those situations because she's still awkward. She's still an awkward person, but she is growing. So I like that they're talking. I like that they actually like went over to Molly and Andrews and they had like a game night. They were enjoying themselves for the most part. It shows what could be, or what could have been if like Molly and Issa were like cool.
Yeah, that's true. I like seeing them be able to get past that awkward stage and just talk about it and then be cool and like roll up and go to a game night after. Like, I think that we all acknowledge Issa's like maturity, but I feel like it's those very like small ways that you don't really call out in an episode review that like really show them like she's mature. So because at first she was just like super awkward and uncomfortable when they finally had the conversation. Like, she was good. They was right back to joking. So I don't know. I just really appreciate that about them. And like JMac said, like, I would love to see them stay friends. I think they have a really good like natural chemistry, but Now that Lawrence is back in the picture, I don't think that it is like feasible or would work out. And then, like, again, I also don't think Issa has the maturity to be in a relationship with someone that is dealing with a mental illness. So, not even because she's like a bad person or anything like that. I think she just has too much shit going on herself where she's like just stepping in her own maturity. Like, she kind of got to get a handle on her own things going on before like committing that much to another person.
Right. Yeah, I like Nathan, but that's lucky why I feel like Issa gonna be alone. Well, like not alone in a bad way, but alone, like, you know, happy in her singleness, you know? I think it's gonna be like full circle. Issa finds herself. It's not about like Issa being in a relationship with anybody where we seen her at the beginning in a relationship.
Okay, so I've never talked to anybody about this, but I personally feel that even though I have my favorites, I feel like Issa has good chemistry with like any romantic or sexual interest we've seen her have.
Yep.
Who are y'all's like favorites up until this point? If we feel like Issa's just gonna end up like focusing on herself and living her life like it's golden. Like if we have to pause and reflect, who would you say you like her the most with?
Besides Lawrence.
Besides Lawrence or Lawrence, I mean, I feel like she has great chemistry with like so many people. They just have their own like very unique set of issues together. But I never felt like it was a mismatch.
Real quick. I'm about to pause it. Hold on, JMac. I gotta kick her. Okay. There you go.
All right, so I'm gonna still say Lawrence because like of what all they have been through, the cheating, the not talking, the awkwardness, and now they're just in a good spot right now. And I don't think anybody else who she's been with in the past they will put up with anything like that. I think Lawrence is maybe a fuckboy, but I think he's down for the long ride with her at least.
Yeah, I would say Lawrence is my favorite, but I mean, if Lawrence wasn't in the picture, I would love to see Issa with TSA back. He's just ignorant as hell.
And I love him. He's the male version of her.
He is. He's ignorant as hell. Like, it's just, or you know who would be a wild one? What? Okay, let's start talking conspiracies. Wait, did I miss anything? Okay, fine. Let's get to Issa and Molly's conversation at the end of the night. So, you guys, it's the game night. Molly accidentally sends the text message to Issa, basically saying, see, I'm trying with her. Like, oh, see, Andrew, you want me to be friends with her? I'm playing nice. Issa sees the text message and she leaves. So this conversation goes exactly how I wanted it to. Molly says, you know, maybe we just don't fit each other anymore. And Issa says, oh, okay. Protect your peace.
Honestly, when she did that, I was like, go.
I'm like, Issa, you better not waste your breath. Like, literally. Okay.
I felt like Issa wanted to say something, but she was just like, okay, fine, whatever. If she just like, and Molly wanted her to say something back, but because Molly, she was just looking at her blank face, like, okay, what you gotta say? And Issa was really just finna stand there and start crying, but she sucked them tears up and said, okay, and hopped in her lift and left.
And that lift came so fast.
It really.
They had to the suburbs.
That happened. As soon as she saw that text message, like, all right, I'm head out.
1 minute away.
Honestly, I think that it was like the perfect, like, if they have to put all the drama, all their personalities, their independent issues when it comes to their friendship in one scene, I feel like that was that. And I feel like it was kind of like that opportunity to see if Issa was gonna revert to old Issa or she was gonna like stick true to all the maturity and growth that we've seen her have so far in the season. So I'm glad that she left. Like, I think there's a lot of truth to what Molly said about like, sometimes like, granted, Molly was dead wrong about the block party, but in totality, I feel like friendships do just kind of get off because the new versions of whoever you are don't know how to click and know how to mesh, which you can make it work, but both people have to be trying, and y'all can't just be avoiding like the awkward conversations to make it work. And so I think that there was a lot of truth in that statement of like the new versions of them not really meshing, but at the same time, I think that she was like, yeah, we don't mesh anymore. Now beg me to be your friend. Like, I feel like that's what her disposition was at that moment.
Yeah.
Issa was like, toodles. So I'm proud of my girl. I'm proud of Issa. And I just noticed Mirror Bitch hasn't been around.
Yes.
Good. Sound decisions by herself.
Yep. Last episode, that was Mirror Bitch. That was not Issa. That was Mirror Bitch. She didn't hop out the mirror and just took over. Yeah, that's true. She hasn't been around. So.
But I do hope she comes back because she's funny.
I know. We need to hear another rap. Okay.
I think we might give one for the finale.
I don't think we're gonna get Mirror Bitch next episode.
Side note, I do like that Carrie Washington.
Carrie
Washington. Like, she was the director.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm mad that we saw the episode and didn't see not one lip quiver.
You know, Carrie Washington good for a little lip quiver.
Whenever Molly said we just don't fit anymore, Issa should have said.
No, y'all gotta stop. Y'all gotta stop.
It's him.
I think I read that Carrie Hilson was directing an episode only 2-3 weeks ago, but I wasn't sure.
For real, Carrie Hilson?
I mean,
oh.
Okay.
I heard that she was directing an episode. I'm not sure which one, but in the article I was reading about it, Yvonne was talking about how Carrie was basically coming at her and telling her she didn't feel her in the scene, basically drawing more out of her, and it was kind of annoying, Yvonne, but she just listened and tried harder, and it kind of propelled her to be better and blah, 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 blah. So now I've been sitting here trying to figure out what scene it was that Carrie Hilson had to get on Yvonne's ass to make her pull it together and make us believe her. Because I don't really feel like there was a super passionate scene.
Well, maybe the last scene. It was the last scene, but other than that, it was kind of oh, okay.
Yeah, maybe that, or when she was talking to her therapist.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, maybe that one too.
True. Okay, so out of Carrie Washington's episode,
yep,
Tasha
Ross was gonna go there
last week, and the week before that, Jay Ellis's episode. These were all amazing episodes. I feel after each one we're this was the best one. No, this is the best. No, this is the best one. So out of those three, who do y'all think had the best
Ain't no question. It was Kelly.
Last week.
Natasha Rothwell. No question at all. No question. That was the best episode. I honestly, and not just because it was Lawrence and Issa back together, but just
the cinematography was everything about it was the writing,
no cliffhangers,
the story, the writing, the storyboarding, the cinematography, everything was symbolic. Everything nothing was out of place to the point to where it felt this shouldn't be here. Everything had a meaning. Every meaning was pretty symbolic, and you understood what everything meant. So if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. Perfect sense.
So I think they did the damn thing last episode. Well, 2 weeks ago. They did the damn thing. I think that's probably their best episode out of all 5 seasons.
Yep.
5, 6 seasons.
That episode is really good. It's neck and neck between Natasha's episode and Coachella for me.
Coachella.
Coachella was a really good episode, but I think as far as I don't know, they were both really cool, but I guess one was more funny and the other one was more serious sides of the character. So they tied for me, but I agree. Natasha had the best one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I got a question. After the finale, where do y'all think the direction of the show is going to go next season?
Lawrence isn't going to be on the show anymore. He's going to be gone. This will be the end, the ultimate end. And I don't know. I can't even make it up. I really don't know, because I know there's going to be another season. They already renewed it. I think next episode will lead us where we need to go to figure out what next season will be, because I read the summary, and you guys, some shit is about to go down. I bet you it's something with Tiffany. Y'all know Tiffany had the whole postpartum thing. So it's going to have to be something. I said it before I even read the summary. I said it's going to have to be something tragic to happen to bring everybody back together.
We've been saying that for some weeks. And like, I watched the trailer for the next episode and it looks super chaotic.
Yes.
I didn't even watch the trailer yet.
Yeah,
look, like, you can't even really tell what's gonna happen. Like the one for this episode, you see Molly and Issa sitting down.
Yeah.
So you know it's something around that. But this one, it was like Issa was just showing up to places.
Yep. It's like block. What's
happening?
Yep.
I agree. I think that we'll see Lawrence leave, and I think just for shits and giggles, he'll pop back up for some reason or the other while Issa's like happy, but will be so invested in like her new relationship, either with another person or herself, to really be like caring about Lawrence. I think, I don't know. I'm hoping that they like listen to maybe some theories or some like requests of the fans and address it. Like I know a lot of people want to explore more of Kelly's personal life, which I feel like we've got more of Kelly's personal life than Kelly's. I know we all have like these speculations over if Tiffany's baby is really the daddy's. So like I wonder if we'll like get any insight on that. I want to see more of a mall. I don't know. So I don't really have like a theory or a guess on what the next season is going to be like, but I just hope we dive more into the personal stories of the other characters. Granted, like the start shows Issa and then Molly second, but you know, I just want to like dive in a little bit more into those other areas.
Where's Latoya?
Where is Latoya?
Where we find out?
Why did I just notice that Latoya's mama was Candy Burris?
Yes, Candy Burris, and then her boyfriend or ex-boyfriend was Ray J.
Girl.
So Taisha commented. No, Taisha. I'm thinking about this girl I work with, Tyshana.
Oh, I was like, Taisha's the girl who brings her.
I know. I was thinking about this girl I used to work with. Tyshana commented on my video, and she said something like, I was asking why Condola was blowing Lawrence up, and she was like, well, she better have found Latoya. So then I was like, oh my gosh, there's a connection. Condola is connected to Latoya somehow. So do y'all think they're just gonna leave us hanging and not tell us where Latoya is?
I don't know. I feel like because every season has its own like show in a show.
Yeah.
And so I can imagine that they would drag this one on longer unless they're trying something different. But I hope we find. I feel like next episode is too deep into the actual characters to get deep into Latoya as well without like a happy ending. So I don't feel like we're gonna have a happy ending. I feel like the show's kind of taking that turn to where like it gets a little bit more serious. Not that it won't be the show that we know and love and it's funny, but I just feel like we're gonna get like a little bit more of a serious tone this last episode that will like allow for some more depth with the storytelling. Mm-hmm. Not how they're going to address postpartum depression and Latoya's whereabouts in one episode.
Yeah, we'll see. I think next episode we're going to see Lawrence stepping on a plane, looking around his apartment like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and walking out. I don't know. I really hope she chooses next episode.
What if she goes? What happens if Issa goes?
She's not leaving LA.
She's not leaving LA.
But what if they just throw you a curveball and say, okay, I'll go?
Nah. Nope.
What if she go? Okay, I'm picking up what you're putting down, JMac. what if she does go with Lawrence, and that's just early in the episode, and then something happens with Tiffany to where she's like,
and then she come back.
Friends are here. I have to stay. And then she like is stuck between choosing her friends and her life in LA or starting a new life and turning a new leaf with her love of her life.
Yeah, that would be cool, but the timeline of events would have to be like between episode 9 and episode 10, like weeks or months would have to pass for them to both be in San Fran. There'd be like a big jump.
Wait, what?
You said, what if she does go to San Fran, right?
No, like not that they're physically there, but it's
like, she agrees to go.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Make plans for the move, and then something happens, and now she's stuck choosing if she's actually.
Okay, that makes sense. I can see that happening.
We don't see.
Mm-hmm.
We can make a cash out bet, but I feel like we just be on the same page about stuff.
We do, and it's like when I see people reaching, I'm like, where do y'all got to get these ideas from? But I think what is this? 15 minutes long? I don't know. You guys.
Oh wait, question. Do they have a Insecure subreddit?
Subreddit. Oh, there's a Facebook group. You're not in it.
No, I'm not. You said it. You said it in your last video, but I didn't.
Come on, JMac. Let me go ahead and send you the.
You're lying. That group is so funny. Like literally the last episode on their date. I'm just like, oh, okay, whatever. To just go into the bathroom before she catch her Uber. It wasn't until I got in the group that she was doing that wipe down that all those girls know about.
I didn't even notice, or. But, yeah. Okay. I think we can wrap it up. We are all in cahoots. Molly still ain't shit. She can still catch these hands. We still want her to be with Lawrence, even though we don't think that's the case. And the next episode, something bad is going to happen. We don't know what's going to happen, but everybody's going to come together. And we kind of have split decisions on whether Issa's going to end up by herself or with somebody else. Is that right?
Okay. So what's your decision?
Issa's going to end up by herself.
Okay, JMac, what's your conclusion?
I want her to be by herself. I don't think she needs a love interest. She needs to be by herself.
I want her to be by herself. Yeah. But if I had to guess, I would say that she's gonna be like tempted to choose to leave.
And we all said Molly ain't shit, right?
Yeah, Molly.
Yes, we need a whole nother. Molly can try again next season till when it's over.
Or Molly can move to San Fran and Lawrence can stay.
Honestly, to that firm in Chicago and stay there.
Mm-hmm. I think they're going to give Molly a redemption arc next season.
That's true.
They can redeem. They can even though most of y'all won't like it, they're going to try to give her a redemption arc.
I just don't trust anybody that is Team Molly at this point in the season.
Because that tells me about your character.
Honestly, at me.
Tells me about your character. But okay, I think we can wrap it up. Go ahead and follow Deja and JMac on their socials. Don't forget, follow me on my socials. Like, comment, and subscribe. Share the video.
Turn on the bell. Turn it on. Leave a comment.
Like, comment, and share it. Share it. What you doing? Share it.
And also, y'all, I already talked about this last episode. We are coming up on the finale of Insecure. And then once Insecure ends, I won't have any more TV shows to review. So y'all tell me what y'all are watching. What do y'all want to talk about next? What can we watch together? Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you, Deja. Thank you, JMac, for being in my video.
Comment below if you want Janice to watch The Shy and review the next season. Thanks, management.
Yep. Okay, we'll see. All right, y'all. Thanks for watching the video. I will see y'all in the next one. Bye. Y'all got to do it with me.